Hey, I'm under the new ProStar with Will Bush. He's gonna give us a tour of the bits and pieces under the waterline. Wilbur, take it away.
Okay, John. So one of the big things that we worked on was tracking. I mean, clearly that was an issue that we wanted to deal with the new boat. And there are a number of things we want to talk about. First of all, let's just start from the back and move forward. This is the new adjustable rudder. There's a stainless steel plate on here. It adjusts in or out. Some folks kind of adjust, and, you know, jokingly now say, do we need our calipers to adjust this? No, you don't. But, you know, ultimately you can now tune it the way you want it, more load, less load.
And that's really a driver preference thing, right? Like, I like minimal.
Exactly.
And your wife, actually, Elaine, likes quite a bit of load. Is that correct?
She likes kind of more of a medium load, but there are some folks, especially folks, the South Carolina, North Carolina boys, sometimes they'll load them way up, you know? But again, it's driver preference, whatever best works for you.
Right.
On the other side of this, I think that's important is we've actually changed some steering components because we've had, you know, we want to eliminate whatever kind of tolerances we have in there. We want to minimize that. So we've actually tightened up the steering overall, and we've made some clevis, you know, a little bit more technical adjustments up in there that'll really make every time you move that wheel more precise. Kind of moving forward, I know this isn't tracking, but we are running a different propeller this year. It's a new V4. It gives the boat a bit better feel, so you get more swing on the boat and get free and you know, further up on the boat.
So tell me, but you've recentered the both the rudder and the shaft, is that right?
Good point. We have not done anything with the shaft, but we have centered the rudder. So the rudder now is on center, which gives the boat a feel so that as you start to steer, it's a symmetrical kind of feel. It's the same kind of correction, you know, off of 135 as it is off of 2.4.
Nice, nice.
Moving forward, a big addition obviously right here are these tracking strakes, and you can see we've added two. They run from about the windshield back here to where the strut comes through the bottom of the boat. And the whole idea or concept here is to create a surface so as the skier loads the boat from the side, it actually prevents the boat from sliding sideways. At the same time, it creates somewhat of a tunnel down the center.
Huh.
So it gives it, you know, it's kind of a dual benefit.
Interesting.
Moving forward, we've added a fourth fin. So the whole goal here is, you know, recall some people actually end up putting weight in the front of boats. And they do that a lot of times to get more keel down in the water, to get a bit more tracking, especially working the keel or front of the boat relative to the rudder in the back. So what we've done is we've added another fin up front to give you that same feel without shoving the nose of the boat down and creating more wake or you know, more of a load. It still allows the boat to be free and running down the lake, but not slowing it up.
And so, you know, so it's going to beat track as well as anything in the industry, but it's not going to burn a ton of extra gas, is it?
No, and that's, you know, anytime you start doing things on the bottom of a boat, you got to make certain that you aren't adding, you know, additional drag to the hull.
Right.
And so our goal was to ensure that whatever we put on there did not create drag, didn't slow the boat down, and didn't cause it to burn more fuel.
Awesome. Anything else you want to talk about while we're under here?
No, I think that pretty well covers it. You know, again, our goal was to create one of the best tracking boats in the industry, and I think we've done a pretty good job of doing that.
You know, having skied behind it and driven it today, I think you really you hit it out of the park.
Well, thanks. You know, the other thing I guess maybe I do want to mention, and that is, if you look at, there's two things in a boat. One is tracking, and the other is steering. And this creates a nice tracking mechanism, but at the same time, the boat and the rudder and everything create the steering piece of it. So while the boat tracks well, it still has that nice sports car feel to it. It's still maneuverable, it's still agile, it still feels like a mastercraft.
Awesome. Thank you, Will.